You may have seen it before. A lot of people use this. I find it's absolutely great for teaching horses to think before they panic and to learn about restraint. What we're looking for in the end is a horse that thinks before he runs and is learning to think about where the pressure is on his body. The best piece of equipment for this is a really long lead rope, at least 3 meters, so you can get out of the way if anything happens and so you can still keep a hold of it. So if you can't detach your own lead rope, tie it up around the neck and then clip your long one on to the halter, and then just, familiarize your horse with it, show him it's a bit longer than normal, and it's going to be flopping all over his body. So first things first, straight up over his ears. This is a great point where you can, play around with their ears if they're touchy about that and just work on this part until they get used to it. But we're going to run it down over his withers, down over his loins, and then over his rump. So the idea is that he will feel it, turn away from me, and come back. This is oftentimes really messy to begin with, and a lot of horses are very heavy in the front end, and they'll usually keep their front legs completely still and swing around the back end. But by the end of it, the shoulder should come around quite freely. This may take several goes, maybe a couple of days. So we're going to start seriously loosening up the shoulders under saddle. This is just the beginning, teaching them to lighten up their front end, but more often than not, it's about lightening and achieving sensitivity around the hocks and just being aware that even though there is something grabbing him around the back end, there's no need to panic and he has to think about which way he wants to turn. So down over the rump, feel the pressure, I'm backing away, he's feeling it, and he comes around. That was unusually good for an unhandled horse. Oftentimes they sit down, they skitter, they might feel it around their back end and they'll pull against their own head, they might stomp their feet, but he took that really well, so I'm quite impressed. So we'll bring him around again. And it's quite okay for the rope to get low. Don't worry about it staying up high around their tail. It can get below their stifle, below their hocks, and sometimes it does get below the fetlocks, and that can get a little bit hairy for everybody. But no matter whatever you do, do not let go of the rope, because if they can get away from you, they're free to panic. And we don't want a horse that panics, we want a horse that thinks. So as we do with everything, we wait until the feet's still, we wait until he's settled, he's ready to go. Over the rump, stepping away, feel the pressure, think about it. A few little tugs just to remind him, a little bit more encouragement. And then reel him in like a big old fish, because the whole idea is he turns away from you and still comes right back up. In further videos down the track, we'll record the entire section of all 4 videos at once, and he should be able to do this quickly and quietly. But that being said, some horses do take longer than others. This is the most complex of all 4 groundwork exercises, and some horses take a long time to pick this up. But anyway, we'll continue. So we come down, wait for those feet to still. Good horse. Down over the rump, step back, let him feel it, around. And that step there was quite free. That was really nice and swinging. So he's picking it up in certain spots, but other times he's completely neglecting the front end. So he is picking up certain aspects of it, but he's doing well. For a green horse that's, the first day he's ever done this, it's not bad. So down we go, over the rump, and around, step back. Ooh, nice step there, nice step. Now when the feet are moving for a horse, the brain is moving. If the feet stop and slow down, then the brain slows down. So make sure that when we're asking him to turn around, we keep those feet moving. If he slows down, he'll slow his thoughts and he'll just get doughy. So don't be afraid to ask for a little bit of speed when you're bringing him around that other side. Oh yes, show him the rope. That's it. Now we're going to do the other side. And as always, shoulder, hands at the shoulder, hand on the wither. Just keep yourself in that little buffer zone. He can't run over you. can't stand on top of you. You've just got a little bit of security if he thinks he's going to do something a little bit scurry. So he's messing about. Nope, standing, good horse. That's it. He's decided he's going to listen. Over the rump, coming around. That was a good step. That's still a bit stiff in the front end though. But still, that's okay. Little horse is having a think. He's learning a lot. This is all new. So, up over the ears. No problem with the ears, that's good. Not skittish. Over the rump, down over the back. Feel it, think about it. And around we come. That's it. Not great, not terrible. There's a good pony. I'm just explaining here that, it may take a week. There are some fully broken in horses that take about a week to pick this up from the first time they've done it, because they just cannot fathom that something around their back ends would ask them to come back forward again. But it's okay. Every horse learns at different paces, much like people, and they all have different paces at which they start understanding things. So never be discouraged at the pace that your horse learns. There we go. That was a nice step. That was really nice, and he came in without me even having to reel him in. He's starting to pick it up. This is really good. That's good work.